welcome back to my channel, and welcome to what my toddler eats in a day. A lot of you guys have requested this video, and I have wanted to make it for a while because I know that they are very helpful to me, and just seeing what other people are doing for their kids when I feel like Sebastian is kind of stuck in an eating rut is so helpful. So I hope that I am able to help you today. As you guys just saw, the first thing that he gets every single morning is his cup of milk, and at this point I just eyeball it, and it's usually just 8 ounces, and we give him Horizon organic whole milk. I try to give him his sippy cup of milk early, like as soon as he wakes up, so that he isn't too full by the time he sits down for breakfast. I've noticed that if I give it too close together, he won't eat his food because his belly is just too full. So usually I give it to him and then I start making the breakfast so that by the time he sits down, he's actually ready to eat. So we are down in the kitchen, and as you just saw, I am making Sebastian some eggs for breakfast, and I'll probably give him some fruit on the side, which I'll show you in a second. I did put a movie on for him while I cooked this morning. I usually don't, but I went ahead and did it this morning just because I knew that I needed to film. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit later than it usually is. It is already 9:15 and we are just now having breakfast, but that's okay. He'll just go down a little bit later for his early morning naps. And if you're wondering why I'm not eating, I usually do not eat breakfast with him in the morning. So the official breakfast menu for today is eggs with a little bit of whole milk in them. They are lightly seasoned with chopped onions and garnished with some tomato. There also is a little sprinkle of cheddar cheese. He has bananas and some halved blueberries. So throughout this video, I'm going to try to answer a few questions that I get about Sebastian and his eating, just because they are common questions, and they are questions that I have once asked as well. So I hope that I can help. One of the main questions that I get is, how do I get him to eat all these different foods? And the key, honestly, is just keep trying. At this point, Sebastian will eat just about anything I give him, but at the beginning, when I would introduce a new food, he would spit it out immediately. My key is to just keep offering. Offer it no matter what. Offer it when he doesn't like it one day, offer it later on that day, offer it the next day, because the truth is it does take them several times of having something to determine whether or not they like it. Two other questions that I get asked a lot is, how much food do I give him, and do I cut them into little bits because he doesn't have back teeth yet? As you guys saw, for breakfast, if I give him eggs, I give him 1 egg. I'll give him half a banana to start. Sometimes he can finish the whole thing. If not, I save it till lunch or snack later. He has blueberries. I probably took 5 blueberries and cut them in half. If he's having like a waffle, like an Eggo waffle even, I'll give him 1 waffle and some fruit on the side, maybe like 2 strawberries cut into little bits. And as far as how small, if I'm cutting them down, if I'm cutting a banana, I cut it into slices like this, and sometimes I'll half them. I don't really cut them into tiny little bits anymore, just because he can chew the food up really well. And you guys, they do not need molars to chew pieces of food. Of course, you don't want them too big because they are still, you know, young. But think about all of the baby-led weaning babies who are chewing even bigger slices of food younger than this, with even less teeth than they have at like 15, 16, 17 months. So just keep that in mind. They're gonna be fine. But a practice that we have decided to do in our house is we sit with him for every meal. So right now, I am sitting right next to him while he eats, and I usually sit here with him every day during breakfast, and Brandon will sit with him at night during his dinner, because Sebastian does not eat dinner with us, and I sit here with lunch as well. Just in case he starts to choke, we can, you know, be right here to give him a helping hand, basically. But back to what I was saying about like how much I give him. Just try to gauge how much your baby eats. You don't want them to be hungry, but you don't want to overfeed them. This is just my suggestion. I would start with maybe giving a little bit more on the tray or on their plate and see how much they finish. And then you know the next time, okay, I don't need to give that much. And if you give them some and they're, you know, crying for more because they're truly hungry, then, you know, offer a little bit more. But it's kind of like a gauge. There's no like, I don't measure anything out as far as how big his portions are. Alrighty, so he is starting to pull at his bib, which is usually a sign that he is done, but I'm so proud of him. He finished his food. If you guys were following me during Vlogmas, then you know like we had a little bit of a rough go with him refusing food for a few days, but I truly think it was because he had these two side bottom teeth growing in and he just wasn't in the mood because it hurt. So the way that I'm going to do this video is just kind of like cut to the next meal. I'm not going to show you guys like vlog style through our day like I normally do because you see enough of that in my regular videos. But before I go from each meal, I will give you like 3 other breakfast options or lunch or dinner options that we give him so that you have more of an idea. And then I'll also pop some pictures on the screen of like Pinterest food ideas that are super simple for your toddler. So the first option is oatmeal, and I will just do 1 pack of oatmeal and I fill it to this line right here with either water or milk and cook that for 2 minutes in the microwave, and then I will do like I'll either mix it in or give it on the side, but some oatmeal. Another option if you don't want to do eggs is like sliced avocado, or you can even mash it up and put it over toast, and that's a perfect breakfast for them as well, and maybe some yogurt on the side. My contact lenses because I could not see anymore. My eyes were starting to hurt. But before I show you his lunch, I want to show you a couple things that have really helped me, especially at lunchtime when I don't necessarily have my fresh vegetables or I'm trying to wait until dinner to serve them. So one of the things and a suggestion that I was given when I was looking for something for Bash were these little vegetable cups. And this particular cup is green beans. It is by the Reed Ready to Eat brand. And then also we get diced carrots, which look like this. And they also have peas and corn and a couple other vegetables that really help us out when we find ourselves like in a situation where we just need lunch fast and we don't feel like cooking a whole lot. Usually in our house, like lunch is not like a hot meal, if that makes sense. The hottest it'll get is probably like macaroni and cheese. And in a little bit, I'll show you some other things that we do if we really just need to slap lunch together. But today for lunch, Sebastian is just going to have some deli sliced turkey. I'm probably gonna cut it one more time across the center. He's also going to have these white cheddar curls, which look just like these, just for some crunch. He is going to have a stick of string cheese, and I think I'm going to give him some carrots because he loves carrots. They're one of his favorite vegetables. When this happened, it definitely started recently. We just got this table in. My mom got it for him for Christmas, and we're so excited because he is slowly transitioning out of his high chair into a big boy table. And the reason why I'm only putting him at the big boy table right now during lunchtime is because, like I said earlier, typically lunchtime is dry foods and it's not like a lot of hot, mushy, wet foods, because when we first started, he would get up from the table and like run around the living room with like food on his hands and things like that. And I just thought, okay, we need to get him used to sitting in the chair and staying in the chair until he's done. And while we work on it, we're just doing lunchtime at the table. So if you would like a closer look at his lunch, here it is. It is just the cut up cheese, some carrots, which now I'm thinking I should have probably used, I should have probably used a different color plate so you could see it. And then he has the little puffs and the turkey, and that is lunch. A lot of times I do give a fruit during lunch. I try to give a fruit actually during each one of his meals, but we just don't have any more. I think our strawberries have finally gone bad, but this is what it is today. And he is such a big boy for sitting at this table like this and eating his lunch. We are slowly wrapping up lunch. He has basically macerated all of the turkey, but he's still eating it a little bit. So I'm gonna answer 2 questions that I have gotten about Sebastian and food. So one is, do we give him any kind of vitamin or supplement while he is eating or in the morning or at all? And the answer is no, because I feel like we hit enough of the food groups and he's getting enough food. Oh no, you have to sit down. This is what I mean when I say like we're still working on the table. No, no, sit down. We don't give him any kind of vitamin or supplement at the recommendation of his pediatrician. I asked her at his last appointment, which I believe was 15 months, and she said he doesn't need one. And since we don't, I just try to make sure that he hits all of the food groups when he eats his meals throughout the day. And another question I get a lot is, how do I get Sebastian to drink water? I've had a few of you guys ask me because your little ones don't like to drink water, and thankfully we have never had that issue with Sebastian, but who's to say my next child wouldn't be like that? And if Bash ever did turn into that child, I would first and foremost talk to his pediatrician about what I should do. But, and this may not be a popular opinion, but I would probably just splash a little bit of something else into his water, just enough to give it some flavor, but not to change it so much that he's not really drinking water at all. Something with a flavor that is healthy that he could have. It is really hard for me to say for certain what I would do just because I'm not in that situation, but you want them to get the water in some way, so that may just be an option. So really quickly, I want to share 3 other lunch options that we use often for Sebastian, as well as show you some things that we do here when we really just need to get the food in. And then I'm going to show you some Pinterest options like I did with the breakfast. So one thing I love are Uncrustables, and so does he. That is a quick lunch option, which I would usually serve with like a vegetable or even sometimes a fruit. Then these 2 things right here, and these may be controversial to some parents who say like you should be making fresh food for every single meal, but sometimes these come in handy, and these are just Chef Boyardee beef raviolis. They have a few different kinds of things that you can use. This is one of them. We love these. And as well as instant mac and cheese. We use Annie's because it's organic instead of using like Kraft. I just personally know that I have relied on both of those quick meals for him, especially if like we are out and he's starving and it's like close to nap time and I just need something really fast before I put him down. Those really do work. An Uncrustable needs to sit out for like 30 minutes or more to thaw out, so you may want to keep that in mind if you keep yours frozen like we do. But some other lunch options for those of you who maybe like a fresh option would be like a chicken salad sandwich. You can get a rotisserie chicken and make chicken salad out of it any way that you like. We just put a little bit of mayo and some seasoning in it. Rotisserie chicken is usually is flavorful enough, but you know, season it a little bit with some mayo, put it on some bread and cut it up into little squares. And then you can serve that with fruit and vegetables. He loves like turkey sandwiches. You can spread a little mayo on some bread with some turkey meat and cut it up into little bits and serve it with like little chips or crackers. Even if you're worried about your child having chips, they can have crackers. I've even seen people make chicken salad and take like a Ritz cracker and just put the chicken salad on top of the cracker and serve like maybe 4 or 5, depending on how old your child is and how big they are, 4 or 5 of the chicken salad crackers with fruit and vegetables. The fruit and vegetables you can really just decide, because that's kind of up to your baby. Sebastian loves broccoli, carrots, green beans, peas, corn, but really that is just dependent on you. And any fresh fruit would be like watermelon, pineapple, bananas. If your children are a little bit older, maybe grapes. We don't do grapes, but we do blueberries cut in half, strawberries, and raspberries, basically any kind of berries he loves. And the last lunch option would be these chicken nuggets by Earth's Best. We eat these all of the time. I like to squeeze a little bit of lemon on them to give them a little bit more flavor, but he loves those. He also loves sweet potato fries, so I would do like the chicken nuggets, some sweet potato fries, and fruit. I think that's a perfect lunch. Smells so good. So Brandon is home. Say hi, honey.
Hello. And
since the day was pushed back a little bit later than normal as far as Bash's naps, he did not wake up until around like 5:30 or so. So we didn't give him a snack, but that's okay because I'm going to still show you what I would have given him if he was awake and still share 3 snacks plus 3 Pinterest snacks as well. So 3 snack options that you can give your child if you don't know what to do are a slice of bread with peanut butter over it, and then cut it into a bunch of little squares and do banana slices on each one. If your baby doesn't eat peanut butter, you could always do just like a slice of bread with jelly on the other side, but it's a little bit messy. Another snack option is always fresh fruit. You can't really go wrong there, or even vegetables, and put a little bit of salad dressing on the side. And the last snack option is just chopping avocado into little chunks and seasoning them a little bit. Sebastian really loves that. And had he been awake during his snack time today, I probably would have given him a pouch. He loves pouches. Sometimes I'll do a couple of these pouches and like 1 snack bar. They have tons of different snack bars. We just use these, and these are Earth's Best organic sweet potato and carrot snack bars. Or like I showed you earlier with the applesauce, he would have one of these. I don't think he has any more yogurt in here, but a yogurt would have been it. You can always do like a cheese stick. He had that for lunch, so I wouldn't do that now. But just think of little things to hold them over until dinner time that's light but still healthy. And now I'll just stick 3 Pinterest ideas right here on the screen. Tonight we are having little taco bowls. Mine just has cheese and like meat and some veggies on it, and then I'm about to put brown rice and some salsa on the top of mine. Bashy is still little. I'm not gonna give him the taco bowl because he will just make a mess, so I've just basically put what would be inside of it on his plate. You ready to eat, buddy? So as you can see from the remnants of dinner, he really enjoyed it. He cleared his plate. He did fabulous. And after I change my camera battery out, I will be back with 3 more dinner options for you to feed your toddler, as well as my 3 Pinterest finds. All right, you guys, so I am back. The camera is charged, but it is the next day because I filmed the ending yesterday, and for whatever reason, when I sat down to edit, it did not transfer. So I'm refilming this part now just for you. I even put the same sweater on as I had last night, just to feign continuity. But anyway, 3 dinner options that we give Sebastian often are baked chicken with like green beans and carrots, or sometimes even green beans and like pureed prunes because he gets a little backed up. Another dinner option that we give him often is salmon. He loves fish, and we don't give him a lot of seafood, but salmon is definitely one that he likes to eat. And the same, we give him just any vegetable that I know he likes, like broccoli. We eat that a lot, so he kind of eats what we eat. And in this video, we ate dinner together, but on a typical weeknight, we do not eat dinner with him. He eats, and then we eat together, Brandon and I. And the last dinner option, which this has come in handy before, and this is also good when they have a cold, even though I know the broth is important. I do chicken soup, but I drain it and just let him eat the bits that are in it, and maybe I'll do like a little bit of cheese toast on the side. And that's like a quick dinner if we're in a rush kind of thing and he needs to go to bed, but it's super easy and simple. And now here are the 3 Pinterest options. All right, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I actually had a fun time filming it and even editing what I have edited so far. I like to do like these kind of helpful mom videos just because I know how important it is. I love watching these types of things whenever I need help in really any area of motherhood, because it all is difficult sometimes, especially in situations like these where you're looking for options for your little one to eat when they don't want to eat anything but like macaroni and cheese and bologna. Anyway, I hope, like I said, that you enjoyed it. If you did, please stop right now, go give it a thumbs up before you do anything else, and also double check that you are subscribed to my channel. If this is your first time watching my channel, I hope that you will stick around and check out all of my other videos and join my YouTube family. That is all for today. I will see you in the next one.